Listen up, Commanders fans. Today, we've got a killer combo of news that's going to have all of Washington talking. If you're one of those who wants to stay in the loop about what's really going down, this is your video. First up, linebacker Frankie Luvu was in beast mode this Sunday against the Browns. 7 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and a recovered fumble. An absolutely brutal performance. This dude literally shut down Deshaun Watson, and that's no small feat. If you thought our defense was in trouble, Luvu's here to prove you wrong. This performance is setting the standard. And speaking of unexpected heroes, Brian Robinson came into the game with questions about his knee injury, but he left no doubts. 2 touchdowns in the first half. If anyone thought they could slow him down, they were dead wrong. Robinson made his statement right from the start and was key in helping the Commanders take full control of the game. Now, here's where it gets spicy. Jayden Daniels is making waves across the league. Even Travis KELCE and his brother Jason can't stop talking about him. "This guy's incredible," said KELCE. And it's no surprise. Daniels is making history with an 82.1% completion rate in 4 games, breaking records held by legends like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Could this be the new face of the NFL? Stick around till the end to hear what the biggest stars have to say about the future of Jayden Daniels. Hail to the Redskins. What did I tell you about Frankie Luvu? What he did on that field was brutal. Now, when you think about the key players from the Browns game, who comes to mind? Sometimes the defense gets overlooked, and yeah, Jayden Daniels leading the offense was important, but Frankie Luvu was the one who defined this game. Let me tell you this, did anyone really expect a linebacker to be the man of the match with numbers like those? 7 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and a recovered fumble. This is where I think we need to put things into perspective. The defense was the show. How did we hold Deshaun Watson to just 125 yards? The pressure Luvu brought was relentless. Watson could barely breathe in the pocket. I'm telling you, what Luvu did wasn't just impactful. It was the spark this defense needed to turn things around. And being his first year with the Commanders, he's already marking his territory. You can see how fast this guy has adapted to the system, coming from the Jets and Panthers. I know a lot of folks saw him as a good addition, but after this performance, who's daring to doubt him now? But here's my question. Why isn't there more talk about what the defense is accomplishing? Everyone's focused on Daniels, and sure, it's exciting to watch. But don't get me wrong, the defense is what gave us that cushion of 34-13. And Frankie Luvu, I'm telling you, put the Commanders' defense on the map in this game. He was a leader, a destroyer on every play, and he made it look easy. Let's talk about the importance of a linebacker like Luvu. Now I ask you, is this the beginning of a new era for our defense? Because with him at the heart of that unit, everything changes. What we saw was pure leadership. It wasn't just his ability to read the game, but his knack for creating that energy that lifts everyone else up. When you've got a player like Luvu who can shut down the opposing QB, force turnovers, and bring that "nothing's getting past me" attitude, I think you've got someone who can take this defense to the next level. And that brings me to the big question. Should we be building this defense around Frankie Luvu? I say yes. This man has proven in just a few games that he's got what it takes to be the core of our defense. We're witnessing something special here, and I'm asking you, are we ready to give him the recognition he deserves? Because if we don't do it now, someone else will. The question is, are we going to keep giving all the credit to the offense, or are we going to start recognizing that the defense, led by guys like Luvu, might be what takes us to the next level? Here's the truth. If this defense keeps playing like this, with Luvu leading the way, I'm telling you, there's no ceiling for this team. Nobody's stopping us. And now's the time to realize that. Let's get straight to it. Alright folks, let me tell you something. I know a lot of you have been wondering, what's going on with Brian Robinson? There's been concern in the air. We saw him sit out of several practices throughout the week. And then, suddenly, he's out on the field giving it his all, scoring not 1, but 2 touchdowns in the first half. Now I'm telling you this, what a way to silence any doubts about that knee. But should we really relax just yet? Robinson was questionable for the game, right? Missed practice Wednesday and Thursday, and then limited on Friday. So, what do? Do we celebrate and move on? Or do we keep that fear in the back of our minds that something could still happen down the line? I think the Commanders' coaching staff has played their cards well with Brian Robinson. Even though his touches have been limited, the man got it done in crucial areas. But what does this mean for the long term? Are we going to keep seeing Robinson as our red zone workhorse, or are they just protecting him so he doesn't burn out too early in the season? Look at what happened on that first touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus gave us prime field position. And then you see Austin Eckler breaking off a brutal 10-yard run on 4th and 2, risking it all. But this is where you start to wonder, are the Commanders really trusting Robinson to carry the load in key moments, or is this just pure circumstance? Let me tell you something. That second touchdown was the real statement. Jayden Daniels, a rookie, goes for a 34-yard run on 4th and 3. Unbelievable. But wait, that's not all. Rodney McLeod pushes him out at the 6-yard line, and then, boom, a defensive penalty puts them at the 3-yard line. And what does Robinson do? There he is again, pushing through the line for his second touchdown. This is where I start to ask, should we be more hyped about Robinson or about how this team is executing in critical situations? Because, let's be clear, this team doesn't back down on 4th and short, and I love that aggressiveness. The Commanders went into halftime up 24-3. Which might seem like a cakewalk to some, but the questions still remain. Can we trust that Robinson will stay healthy enough to keep up this level of play? Jayden Daniels. Yeah, our rookie quarterback keeps giving us reasons to get hyped. But here's the million-dollar question. Is he really the future of this franchise or just riding a hot streak? Let me tell you, when Travis KELCE, yes, the Travis KELCE from the Chiefs, is impressed, it's time to listen up. Not just any player gets props from a competitor like him. He popped up on the podcast New Heights with his brother Jason. And guess what? They couldn't stop gushing about Daniels. Travis, who's seen it all in the NFL, dropped a comment that had me thinking, this dude is incredible. He's fun to watch. There you go. That's not just any compliment. We're talking about Travis KELCE, one of the most competitive and respected guys in the league. And if that's not enough, Jason KELCE, former All-Pro center for the Eagles, threw out a stat that's got everyone shook. Jayden Daniels has completed 82.1% of his passes in his first 4 games. Listen up. Not only is that a rookie record, but it's also the highest completion percentage over any 4-game stretch in NFL history. Not even Tom Brady or Peyton Manning pulled that off. So I ask you, should we be talking about Jayden Daniels as one of the greats already? I'm telling you this, Jason KELCE also pointed out how Daniels has been evolving game by game. At first, we saw him doing the typical dinking and dunking, those short passes, which is standard for a rookie, right? But now, we're watching Daniels attack every level of the field, showing he's not just any QB. The guy's got guts, that moxie you look for in a true leader. And here's the kicker. Maybe we don't need to compare Daniels to CJ Stroud or Pat Mahomes. Like Travis KELCE said, maybe Jayden Daniels is going to be the guy future quarterbacks will be compared to. Now here comes the good part. I ask you, isn't it time we start talking about Daniels as the face of the Washington Commanders' future? Because I'm telling you, this kid is doing something special. Will he keep it up? That's what we all want to see in the coming games. But so far, what we've seen is nothing short of impressive. Now it's your turn, Commanders fans. Is Luvu really the leader our defense needs, or was it just a one-time performance? Let me know in the comments if you think he's the engine of our defense. And speaking of important decisions, should we keep limiting our star players' touches to protect him, or is it time to involve him more? I want to hear your thoughts, fans. Do you think we should get him more involved in the red zone? Let me know. Finally, regarding our quarterback, is Jayden Daniels the QB who will lead us to the playoffs? Or is it too soon to get excited? I want to know what you think, so don't forget to share your comments. This conversation is just getting started. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and join this community that's already a family of passionate fans. Don't miss any updates because we're living every play together. And remember, hail to the Redskins!